You know how I just mentioned that I'd be covering some taps from Alaskan Brewing Company and Goose Island and those? I figured I'd jump into the fun stuff and cover some of the ones by Alaskan Brewing Company. I did want to start out with a interesting note for this particular tap handle because I got this tap directly from the brewery. It was packed properly, totally fine, but it's worth noting this is what the box looked like. This is what the inner foam looks like. The tap is totally fine, no issues there. But the reason why I wanted to point this out to you is these boxes are not shipping boxes. Just to be very clear, if you have these in your collection, if you're shipping them out to somebody, if you're getting them from somebody and they're shipped just in that box, that is not good packaging. It's just, it may hold up, but you're kind of rolling the dice. With Alaskan Brewing Company, they did it properly. They had it packed up in a outer box with the different tap handles inside, so that means that there was a little bit of extra protection there, and this tap handle made it to me totally fine. Just wanted to call that out. Please use outer boxes. Please make sure you're buying from reputable buyers, whether it's a normal store or even if you're buying on eBay. Check the ratings of the buyer. See if it's somebody who's active in the tab community. So just quick heads up there. Now for the actual tab, I actually had picked up a number of the Alaskan Brewing tap handles. This one on the outer box says is Alaskan Summer Ale, although on the actual tap it says Kolsch Ale. So just worth noting that. But this one is just freaking amazing. This is a orca whale. It's just got wonderful detail. Orca or killer whale, I believe that it's interchangeable, and hopefully I'm not getting anything wrong, but it's worth noting that Alaskan Brewing Company has a number of really, really cool figural tap handles. As you can see by the box, it is done by taphandles.com. They produce a lot of the figural tap handles, and they make some really great, intricate, ornate ones. I know that a lot of the breweries will work with them for help with the design and production. And let's cover kind of the orca. So we've got the eye here. It's worth noting that you've got this little white pattern here that's near the eye, but not actually part of the eye. You can see the detail of the teeth in there. Really fantastic. The curve and the arch of the orca is as if it's coming out of water. It's nice that they've got this little splash effect on the back here. You've got the marking on the back of the orca. I don't know too much about the genders of orcas and if there's any designators there to look out for. The underside design there is pretty cool. With Alaskan Brewing Company, this is a common element that they have on the bottom, essentially saying Alaskan Brewing Company with the name of whatever beer it is. So be on the lookout for that. And it's also worth noting that this is a slightly non-standard color for the farrell. A lot of times the standard colors that you'll see are gold and silver. And with Alaskan, they are using some custom colors for theirs. And that is the normal 3/816 threading. So that means if you've got a tap at home, these should work just fine. I may have not mentioned earlier, but with Alaskan Brewing Company, you can almost always buy their tap handles directly from them. They're not cheap. Typically, you're going to assume that they're in the $75 range. I can never remember if they're sometimes a little bit less or a little bit more, but they are premium tap handles. They've got these wonderful designs, and pretty much all of them are some type of figural tap. But I do always recommend buying directly from them if you can, to support them. If it's something where they've discontinued a beer, then sometimes you can find them on the secondary market. Because these are fairly detailed, and sometimes these can be a little bit fragile, so I do always recommend being careful with these and making sure that they're fairly well packed when they're shipped. Obviously, you can use this in a outer box, but you wouldn't want to use that as the sole shipping. But I do love the animal tap handles. This is a absolutely wonderful example.